judging by the applause, you may have noticed there's something a little bit suspicious about me. And it's true, I am new to stand-up. I just like to sit in the front row usually, putting amateur comedians off their tranny jokes. It's okay, you can laugh at them, just know that it hurts my feelings. But no, I am the dreaded transgender. And being trans definitely has its upsides and its downsides. Downsides being berated on the street as you walk down the street. Upsides, I'm now an X-Man. With the power to give lush employees whiplash as I walk in. But speaking of beratement, there's certainly a few things you probably shouldn't say to a trans person. But interestingly, the other way around, I've learned there's some things I can no longer say. For example, I can no longer say no homo. And have people believe me. I can no longer have man crushes. And I can no longer say, I'm buying this lingerie for somebody else, I swear. But no, I wasn't always this weird. I used to be your regular run-of-the-mill, 6-foot-tall kindergarten teacher out in rural Japan. Part of the reason I think why I started my transition when I came back to the UK was I just missed being too tall to fit in. But no, I did spend 2 years sort of living and working out in Gifu, Japan, in 3 kindergartens, and I really felt like I made an impact on the kids' lives, sort of left a lasting impact. In fact, they had a nickname for me, sort of a name that I thought really captured all the hard work I put into their lesson plans, all the late nights and early mornings, and my individuality and personality. They used to call me Eigo no Sensei, which translates directly into English teacher. It's touching. But no, the kids were awful. It's hard to imagine when you think of the rigours and politeness of Japanese high society. Not the kids. Awful. You imagine playground fights in the UK, lots of pushing and shoving and crying. Not Japan. Straight to the jaw punches and drop kicks from halfway across the class. I used to just stand there and all of these little kids used to just take each other apart. I perhaps did take it a bit far when I used to instigate it on the slow days. So culture differences were really fun. I was regularly asked to explain the difference in culture between the UK and Japan. One of the great examples was New Year's, so I was often asked to explain the difference between New Year's, because in Japan New Year's is a huge thing. So they get dressed up in traditional kimonos, they do their first shrine visit of the year, they eat traditional foods, their parents and grandparents give them money and wish them luck and prosperity for the future. Now picture me trying to explain British New Year's to a bunch of 5-year-olds. We get really drunk, count backwards from 10, and mumble the words to a song nobody really knows the words. Tattoos as well, there's a huge taboo around tattoos in Japan. Reason being, the Yakuza, the Japanese mafia, they use these huge ornate back tattoos to basically demonstrate who they are in the hierarchy. And as a result, you can no longer go into the onsens, the Japanese bathhouses, due to sort of links with crime. And to a Western audience, it seems a bit overzealous, stopping someone from going somewhere because they have tattoos. And then I thought about it a bit further, and we kind of have the same reaction to tattoos in the UK. I mean, legs are fine, arms are fine, it's all fine, criminal. But no, I really did enjoy my sort of 2 years out in Japan. Something I took home was I now have a qualification in business level Japanese. There's sort of some interesting trivia. The second highest concentration of Japanese speakers outside of Japan are single 28-year-olds living in their childhood bedrooms. But what I took away mostly was sort of the confidence I gained from teaching. It's part of the reason I can stand here and not be crying. And there was a moment that was sort of seminal in my sort of becoming more confident in front of people, and that's the story of how I became immune to awkward silence. It's a lovely sound. So every week I receive a breakdown of who I'm teaching, where I'm teaching, and what I should be teaching. And one week rolls around, and there's something written there that I don't quite recognise. So I go and ask the head teacher, and for what I can glean from my Japanese, some parents are coming around to watch one of my lessons. And I'm like, great, I can do that, that's no problem at all. So the day finally comes along, and I'm sitting having lunch in one of the classrooms, and the homeroom teacher turns to me and goes, so, what are you doing for your speech today? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Turns out, I had to give a speech to every parent of every child in that school and the Board of Education of the town I worked in about who I am, where I'm from, and what I'm teaching, in Japanese, with no preparation. So, at this point, I'm understandably a bit worried. I desperately dive around in my bag. Luckily, I find some pictures of my hometown that I brought with me, and I'm hoping that it'll go well. And they finally call me up to the podium. I start my speech, like, hi, I'm KTM27, I'm from Cheltenham. Here's where I learned that Cheltenham's not appropriate to talk about. We're famous for horse racing, gambling, and a fish cock that shoots bubbles. But it is going well, and they're understanding me, sort of nodding along and agreeing, and it seems to go well. And then after about 5 minutes, I dry up and have absolutely nothing interesting to say. So I stand there, awkwardly, in silence, for about 5 to 10 minutes, while I desperately try to think of something. And I go, oh no, I know what I can do. I can do one of my kindergarten lessons to this room of 150 adults. So I start some movement-based games, quickly learn that no one is budging. I bring out some flashcards, but again, kindergarten teacher, so I only have the very basic, it's a circle, it's a square, it's a dog, it goes woof, over in a minute. And at this point, I'm feeling sick. My ears are burning. I've asked if anyone has any questions for the 3rd time in a row, and I just want to run away. In my desperation, I find myself a cappella singing heads, shoulders, knees and toes to a room full of grown adults and making them dance along. Which was simultaneously the most embarrassing moment and yet biggest power move of my entire life. And if you don't mind, I'd like to recreate that with you now. So, everybody...
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.